Second row there.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
It's all going to come down to getting into 3, I think. Here comes the energy. Here comes the support from the back. That third row. Where does he block? Does he block high? Does he block low? Here it comes. Kyle Busch to the middle. Shooting the gap. No help with Kyle Busch.
Oh, Suarez right alongside him. 3 wide. Off turn 4. Here they come to the flag. 3 abreast. Photo finish. How about? Sponsored by Credit One Bank. McDowell back to the point. By a foot. Big push from Truex. Keselowski as well. Here comes Gregson.
Energy's on the bottom. It's deteriorating on the top.
Now does Keselowski. Is he wingman to McDowell, or does he have a chance to win this race? Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race.
Up to pick up Custer. Here they come. White flag. It's 1 to go, and Herbst is around.
Hang on to it. Still green, still green. He saved it. It will be official if that caution comes out. Pay attention to this.
Final time. Caution light at the bottom of the screen.
You see Austin Cindric doing a great job driving in the mirror, doing his block. A quick move on the outside with Denny Hamlin.
Here comes the Ford to his inside. LaJoie, there'd be pushes on both sides. Custer goes to the outside.
And they crash. Hamlin gets turned into the wall.
Oh my gosh. Still green.
Trying to let the leaders race back. Here they come.
Still green. It could be a 2-time winner here. William Byron.
Nemechek, Reddick. Off turn 4 and to the flag. Checker is waving, and William Byron has won the 500 for the 2nd year in a row.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, baby, yes, go!
Comes Larson.
Will this outer lane
stay contact
clear?
There again. The 18 slides up the racetrack. The 17 right in front of the 42. Now the 17 hindering the 42's progress. 3 laps to go. Now down to 2.
This is crazy.
Larson again trying to get up to the wall.
Kyle Busch to the bottom here. What kind of run does Kyle Larson get off of this corner?
Kurt Busch right up in front of the 42. Now he moves out of the way. Nobody in between the 18 and 42.
Kyle Busch again to the bottom. Another opportunity for Larson to get a huge run.
Coming up on 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And there's the gap between 1 and 2. Kyle Busch. And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job. Almost.
The momentum. The 18. They make contact. The 18 into the wall. They're side by side again. Going into 3 for the lead. Larson has the advantage. Here comes the 18. He puts the bumper to the back of him. The 18 into the wall. The 42 sideways.
Where's Harvick?
Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch will win.
Wow. Oh my.
All now for Stewart-Haas Racing because one of their players completely off the track on pit road. Here they come to the restart zone. Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go.
And be watching for somebody to run out of fuel in this pack and cause a major problem.
Up through the gears. The 41 accelerating well. Kurt Busch looking for the win. Clint Boyer running second. Almirola third on that outside.
Big push coming from the outside. Both lines are organized. But Kurt Busch is going to stop that inside line. Here comes Almirola.
Almirola on the outside.
Look at that.
Big push from Boyer on the 41.
And now
Someone runs out of
Menard.
gas now, Rick. It's going to be a huge wreck. The 4 is out of gas. How can the teammates still be running?
Did he save enough fuel? The
41 goes
41
up to block.
Kurt Busch blocks Almirola. Coming back to the white flag.
You got to know Eric Almirola is super hungry. He had so many chances to win races, hadn't been able to pull one off. If he can get some help from behind, he's going to be aggressive.
One more time around. Will they have enough fuel? Their teammate ran out of gas. Into the wall.
crash.
Matt DiBenedetto in the 32.
There's a big wreck behind you, big wreck behind you.
The caution won't come out if it will not affect the end of this race. We'll see if NASCAR will throw it. If they have to get to the drivers to make sure they're okay, they would throw a caution. But right now, they're still green.
Look at that Stenhouse. Doesn't have any help. He's going to get up here and give a push to the 10, but he doesn't have any help behind him.
Almirola
Here he goes.
moves to
Almirola
the outside.
The 41's out of gas. Almirola to the lead.
Almirola
Big
comes out of 4. Does he have enough gas to get to the finish line? Almirola all the way to the bottom of the track. Eric Almirola is going to win at Talladega. '88 clears the 2. Now the 2 fights back. There goes the 11 for the lead.
31 did a great job of side draft, and Ryan Newman got him back in the lead with that side draft.
2 laps to go. Newman out front. And way out front, maybe too far out in front, but will anyone work together to move up and try to pass the 31? Here comes the 43 of Eric Almirola, getting into the back bumper of the 2. The 2 Fords, will they work together to try to get by the Chevy?
Keselowski drug his brakes a little bit to get hooked up with Eric Almirola.
And now coming into the tri-oval, coming up on 1 lap to go. Ryan Newman has the lead. Can he hang on to it? 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Logano ducking in front of the 88. Now way up the racetrack they go. Diving to the bottom. Dale Earnhardt Jr. one last time down the Talladega super stretch. Newman has a car length in front of Keselowski as they come into 3 and 4 for the final time. Keselowski on the high side, trying to take the lead away. Side by side as they exit 4. The tricky triangle they're about to come through. Contact made. Keselowski still in front. Through the trial will they go. Keselowski's going to win at Talladega. Start zone. Green flag back in the air. Ryan Blaney, a great restart.
All right, he's clear of the 10. Slowly moves down in front of that 10.
That put the Dillon boys out on the outside lane. Tell you what Pop's telling them to do.
Can they get together? That's the problem right now. It's just 2 against the field.
Yeah, the problem for Blaney is his help did not get clear. But now that 34 gives a great push to the 10. Into the back of the 12. Inside line, all Fords.
There's Stenhouse.
Here comes the 11 of Denny Hamlin as well, the Daytona 500 winner.
All right, we know the Fords can tandem. Will they try to get that going here?
Ty Dillon dropping back in the 13. Coming back on 1 to go, brought to you by Credit One.
Been a lot of questions about what position do you want to be in. Do you want to be leading or in second? I think you have to be leading. There's always a wreck with 1 to go, and then the race is over. So I think Blaney's got to be in this position.
Chase Elliott jumped out of line. That was likely his only opportunity, as he's going to get almost 3 wide there with the 13.
Tries to get help. He tries to get that help from Ty Dillon. Now everyone fighting for every position down the backstretch for the final time.
Ryan Newman, huge push from Hamlin.
Here comes Newman. Newman sideways.
He saved it. He saved it.
That's going to give that 12 car a chance to get another run, but Newman way out front. They're going to have a big run coming up on this 6 car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney as they go around the 37, almost upside down. So is the 96, Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line. Blaney and Newman were side by side when they crossed the line. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the inside. Green, white checker. Green flag back in the air.
No help right here. No help right here. He's on your tight here. You should get pushed by him here. It's about quarter mark of 1 and 2, and still there.
Kurt Busch in the 41 trying to force his way up the middle, 3 wide. It's go time. Just 2 laps of racing to go at Daytona.
88 got a good start. Now it's all about blocking. He's going to have to block these big runs that are going to come from the 11 and the 48.
The only other car to get by the 88 tonight has been the 48. Now Denny Hamlin running second. Side by side for third. Kevin Harvick in the 4. Jimmy Johnson in the 48. This time by, they'll see the white flag. Dale Earnhardt Jr. back to the bottom of the racetrack to block. White flag in the air one more time around Daytona.
11, on the bottom. Here he comes.
They're side by side for second. 2-car length lead for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as they work their way through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch they go. Junior blocking the lower line. Does that give the advantage to the 48? Junior jumps up in front of Jimmy Johnson. To the bottom of the racetrack, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to stay in front of the pack. They work their way through 3 and 4. Into the triangle they come. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Junior will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Great restarts by both the 48 and the 22. Kyle Larson drops back to second, but he fights back on the outside. Here comes the 4. Kevin Harvick racing that 22 hard.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Jimmy Johnson out front. They've passed the overtime line.
You know, half lane higher.
Larson looking to the high side. This time by.
Perfect lap.
White flag in the air one more time around from Miami. Jimmy Johnson has never won at Homestead Miami Speedway, but he's never been in a position where he's had to win for a championship. Down the backstretch he goes. A half a lap away from the championship. Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
This is unbelievable.
Well, we've seen the 8 car hasn't needed any help to get by other cars. Ricky Craven looking low. Dale Jr. moves down to block Tony Stewart. But when the 8 car does go around the 18, the 20 will go with the 18.
Ricky Craven drives up behind the 55 car, trying to help Bobby Hamilton to the front.
The white flag is up. Final lap at Talladega. Who's it going to be? Labonte, Earnhardt Jr., Stewart, or maybe somebody out of the pack? Look at this move by Jr. at the white flag.
And Tony Stewart got with Jr.
Coming with you. 20's with you.
Labonte blocks Bobby Hamilton. Cannot believe the Toyota. Contact! Bobby Labonte's over. It's the big wreck on the final lap. They're racing back for the win. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart are side by side. This is for the victory as Jeff Burton gets in the middle of it. At least 10 cars involved in the wreck on the backstretch. Burton and Stewart are side by side. That's all Earnhardt Jr. needs to see. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won the $1 million bonus here at Talladega.
Iron making up row 1.
Denny Hamlin's best friend right now is Matt DiBenedetto. I think with the position Matt's in, he'd be happy to push that 11 car to the win, but that inside line is organized, and they're going by Denny on the inside. Clint Boyer pushing that 24, Byron to the lead.
Up the racetrack, a block for the 11. Clint Boyer goes up. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 95.
Christopher Bell is racing for a win to try to get into the playoffs.
Christopher Bell, a 25-year-old.
going up right now against the 22-year-old and William Byron. Those two leading at Daytona.
Too wide behind them. Not a lot of energy that's going to be generated from that. As long as they're too wide, now you're starting to see a little bit of a run from that top lane. That's going to move this bottom lane. Truex to the outside of Bell.
What was the number you mentioned earlier, Steve? How many times at super speedway races has Martin Truex Jr. come up a little bit short?
Car in the fence hard.
Oh, hard. Clint Boyer in the 14 slamming into the wall.
Not up there, man. Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Martin Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They run behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's gonna win.
Oh, they're first.
Oh, contact made.
Come on, baby, come on.
They're diving into the turn of 3. Truex on the inside, trying to take the lead away from Logano.
Logano trying to run him as tight as he possibly can to make it almost impossible for the 78 to put the power down on corner exit.
78 loose on corner entry right there. Can Joey use it to his advantage? Great job out of lap cars, by the way, getting out of the way.
Side by side, Logano and Truex. And then Keselowski's going to come back into the picture, as is Denny Hamlin fighting back there. Now, 4 laps to go. Logano's holding him up on the outside.
Look at this run the 22 has on the exit of turn 2.
22's holding him so tight on corner exit. Look from this view how tight he's going to hold him on corner exit, not allow him to use the throttle.
He moves up the track, contact again. Logano still up front.
That almost scares me a little bit. That allows the 78 to square up on that rear bumper, just move him out of the way.
He looks to the inside again. Now Martin Truex Jr. setting him up. Coming up on 2 laps of racing to go at Martinsville.
Look at that run on the high groove.
Clear by 3 feet, all clear, 2 to go.
So much pressure inside these cars.
This is an incredible drive by Joey Logano, regardless of the result.
He raced him clean again to the inside. Martin Truex Jr. has the advantage as they come up the turn. He'll see the white flag one more time around. Martin Truex Jr. on the inside, looking for his first short track win, as well as a trip to Miami to try to defend his championship. The 2017 champion, will he get the bumper? Yes, he does. Here comes Logano. Logano on the inside, a drag race, they're sideways, and it's going to be Logano getting the win. Championship 4 driver, now Bell pulling away with those fresher tires.
Need the 9 right here, Ryan.
Keselowski way up the racetrack. Briscoe on the outside, 3 wide. His championship hopes starting to falter.
As Briscoe falls back through the field, though, that's another spot for Denny, potentially. You see Denny right there.
We gotta have a spot first. So
They're tied again. The tiebreaker goes to Chastain. Coming up on 2 to go.
Denny knocks the 24 up the racetrack.
Chastain doesn't have anybody in front of him to go past. He's too far away from everybody.
Less than 2 laps. Christopher Bell trying to do it again. He's already won his way to the next round. From Charlotte, 1 lap to go. Christopher Bell. If he wins the 1 and the 11, fighting for every point right now. Denny Hamlin, 2-point favorite to get in as the championship 4. Bell out of turn 4. He's going to do it. He's won his way into the championship.
let's go get us a championship.
And the fight for
job,
the points right at the line. The 1 of Chastain past Hamlin.
It was a video game move off into turn
6 has won here 6 times. Stenhouse is fighting back on the outside. Van Gisbergen goes really wide and high. White flag out. Next flag will end the race.
Kyle Busch to the outside.
Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Who's got the magic in these final 2.5 miles? Bush is out of it. He's been sent back. Stenhouse in the green and white machine. William Byron, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Larson in the 5. We've had some dramatic finishes this year, and it's got that feeling about it again. Keselowski got bounced out of the playoffs at the last round. The Built Submarines car is in front, but for how much longer? Here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. through the tri-oval. Keselowski down low, Stenhouse high. Byron goes for it on the outside.
Good work, dude.
Oh, he almost spun the 12. Herbst into the back of Blaney.
That cleared Harvick. Harvick is clear of the 12. Now he's got to have to block both lanes.
The 12's going to have a little momentum here. I think Harvick can hop back in front of the 12. Big run coming. The 12 to the inside.
Shuffles the 4 out. Now Blaney and Harvick down the backstretch for the final time and into turn 3. Blaney with a push from the 24 of Byron. Here comes Harvick on the outside. Can the 36 get to the back bumper of the 4 and give him a big push? Momentum coming. They're side by side through the tri-oval. Blaney, Harvick, Blaney, Harvick. They spin behind him. It's going to be Blaney.
Down on the inside.
Coming back to the white flag. If they get it, the race is official. 2.5 miles to go at Daytona.
With only 2 cars down there, Trick's going to have to side draft so much. He's not going to get a lot of help from Casey Kane.
Look at this outside lane. 47's pushing to 37. That's going to get him to the 20 possibly. Here it comes. Here comes the outside lane to the 20.
Down the backstretch they go. Eric Jones in the 20. He's in front. He got a big push from the 37 of Buscher. Here comes the 78 once again. Jones has never won in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Easily blocked
the
that.
78 of Mark Truex Jr. has never won on a restrictor plate track. Coming to the tri-oval for the final time, Eric Jones has won at Daytona. Will end the race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around, still green.
Still green.
Still green, and here they come.
And here comes Blaney.
Ryan Blaney up behind Ryan Newman, trying to get him to Hamlin.
Newman backed up to Blaney. Big run coming here.
To the inside, Newman to the front.
Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on it.
2 to go. Whoa, hold on to it, Logano. Loose off the corner. Hocevar's swapping back and forth, looking for a hold as he shoots to the bottom.
Here comes Tyler Reddick in that middle lane.
And here comes the bottom lane, William Byron. With Brad Keselowski, one of the best pushers in this whole sport. Behind Byron, Chris Buescher behind him.
Don't get too far out there, Michael McDowell. Here they come. Where does he go? High or low? He can't choose both.
Yeah, and he just had so much momentum right there that he couldn't stick with his teammate. Now, Carson Hocevar has the lead of this race, and Michael McDowell is stuck down on that bottom lane.
Eric Jones coming around the outside with help. Here they come to the white flag. This is 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
This is the one you want to lead. If the caution comes out, it's over.
Hocevar in the wall, turned around in front of the field. Around goes Jones. Ricky Stenhouse to the front. Elliott around the outside.
Still green.
Reddick on the bottom. Reddick, Elliott.
The help's on the outside. Here comes Chase Elliott. Can it be?
Yeah,
Chase Elliott.
Stuck in the middle with no help.
Zane Smith with him. On the bottom is Tyler Reddick. They come up single file. Zane Smith's going to have one shot at Chase Elliott, NASCAR champion, most popular driver, trying for the win, and Reddick to the top side. He's got help. Riley Herbst, his teammate. Reddick drops to the bottom. Alongside Elliott, in the wall goes Herbst, and Tyler Reddick comes to the line.
Wow.
A shower of sparks behind him.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Didn't really hear of him all day long.
Each other down. If they stay side by side down into turn one, they are going to side draft and slow each other down, giving that second row and everyone behind them an opportunity to run.
Watch Eric Jones in that 20 car. Can he lay back and get a launch on the 18? Get underneath him, make it 3 wide.
Logano has chosen the outside line. Kyle Busch on the inside. Green flag back in the air. Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Look at how hard the 18 is going into turn one.
Kurt Busch to the outside.
Kyle Busch gets the lead. Here comes the 20 of Eric Jones. Jones on the inside. He'll try to take the lead as they go down the backstretch.
Kyle side drafted his brother Kurt. That could be all Jones needs. Can he? Oh, look at Kyle Busch drive it down into turn 3.
Can he hold it? 4 wide and into the wall.
Down
that
the
was
front
Chase
straightaway.
Elliott. Side by side, here comes Kurt Busch. He takes the lead away from his brother. But now, Kyle Busch fighting back. Contact made as they go into one. The Busch brothers, side by side. Tire rub by Kurt Busch. Kyle Busch now fighting on the inside. Once again, Kurt Busch making that outside line work.
What does Jones do here if these two get together?
Coming out of turn 4. Kurt Busch with the advantage. Kyle Busch slides. Kurt Busch will win.
What a finish! Unreal.
That was awesome.